Today we're gonna look at Blackberry Smoke's Flesh and Bone. It's an awesome track, pretty much everything that I want in a rock song. It's heavy riffing, real thick guitar tone, and you know, great belting vocals. So it's gonna be a good time, I hope. I actually tried to do this video yesterday, but the memory card got filled and well, it didn't go so well after that. So let's do it once again today, and hopefully I know the track pretty well by now, but we'll see. So let's go. And I really miss playing live and seeing live music. So there's that awesome thick riff. Oh, by the way, I should tell you about the tuning. I basically have an open G tuning, but down a whole step more, so a whole step further down. So it's an open F tuning, which means this is a C, that's an F, that's another C, another F, and that will be A. But then the only thing that is different from a regular open F tuning is this high E that's only down tuned to a D. Normally it would be another C, but since we're playing some leads in this song later on, and I also think the second guitar player is tuned to a regular tuning, so maybe a D standard or something, because he plays a few things further up the neck that I can't really do if I'm in open tuning. So, but we'll come to that later. But the riff here, it's centered around this F note. So you kind of go back and forth between the 3rd and 5th fret there. And then those kind of chords, they are 5th fret on the D and G string to the 2nd and 3rd fret of the same strings, D and G string. So 2nd fret on the D string and 3rd fret on the G string. That ends up being over the F note there. It's an F minor 6 chord. So it's a minor chord but with a major 6, which is the same thing basically as C7, or wait, is it? Yeah, it's B flat 7. Sorry, this tuning kind of messes with my head here, but it's pretty much the same as a B flat 7, dominant 7, but with an F in the bass, or as the root. But if that's too technical, it doesn't really matter, because as long as you know how to play it, I mean, it's a great bluesy sound using that kind of voicing. Yeah, it's an awesome riff. So the lead guitar part that comes in, like that, is 3rd and 5th fret on the D string, and then land on the 3rd fret of the G string, do a little vibrato there, and then 5th, 3rd on the G string, land on the 5th fret of the D string. So it's vibrato there, and then vibrato there. actually sounds like he's even playing simpler than that, maybe just 2 notes at a time there. I think he plays it different sometimes, maybe it was a studio recording or something, but it sounded like either or slide up, either way. I love his voice, such a cool voice. So that kind of B section or pre-chorus, maybe it is. That's really kind of a Zeppelin vibe, I think. It goes to B flat, but with a flattened 5. So it's this kind of thing. So it's on the A, D, and G string. It's the 5th, 4th, and 5th fret, and then just slide up that flat 5 up to regular 5. And back to riff. Back to B flat, then up to C. So it's, and then up to just move that shape 2 frets up, and then it doesn't play that again like it does the first time. It actually does something like this. But it's kind of hard to tell if it plays only on the G string with the pinky or both the D and G string. Either way you get kind of the same effect because it's the G string that is the melody note in that riff there. It ends up being C minor 7 or just a regular minor chord. So it works either way. The minor or the 7th note in the minor 7 chord isn't really, in this case, that important. If that's even what it's playing. It's hard to tell. I'm slightly out of tune, I think. A little bit better. Man, that chorus is heavy. So that is just 3rd fret, kind of bounce between the 3rd fret and open strings on the it's A, D, and G string. That's the strings that get the most action here. 3rd fret and then 5th fret, then just land on open chord, and I think he plays this lick in this first part of the chorus. So that is open D string, hammer on 3rd fret, and then open G string. So it's real slow. Like that, and then he plays another lick the next time around. It's kind of hard to tell on this live recording, but on the studio version it's more obvious that he's on the second time around he plays to pull off from the 5th fret of the G string down to the 3rd, and then to open string. So real slow. Like that, and then I think he does the same thing one more time. Yeah, that's the first. Oh, right. So he plays another timer. Then the end part of the chorus those it's not even chords, they're just root and third of the chords here on third fret of the A and B string, then just move that shape down chromatically. Sometimes I think it ends up playing just octaves, but on the studio recording it's really obvious that it's the third in there as well. And then I think it's back to riff. Yeah. Such a thick tone. Really awesome.
It's a curse or a blessing. Oh, sometimes I can't tell. Is it just like they teach us that will send you to hell?
Three chords once again. Back to riff. Yeah. Little fill in there. So that is third, fifth, third on the G string, and then fifth fret on the D string. Kind of put some oomph on those notes. Kind of tweak them a little bit. So for the first solo here, they move up to the C. So that's where the action will be on this chord, or over that chord. So let's see how it starts. So that is fourth, fifth, and seventh fret of the D string there. So that's just, you know, the number of the beast lick pretty much. It's just third, fourth, and fifth of the chord. Off the scale. Yeah. So that is on the seventh fret there. D string, seventh, G string, seventh, ninth fret, G string, and then bend whole step there. Was it like that maybe? It's that kind of strange pre-bend to a quick let down bend on the seventh fret of the B string. So you do a semitone bend. I gotta see how he ends that little phrase. I think it plays like that. So that is fifth fret of the B string, seventh fret of the G string, and then you slide up to the ninth fret of the D string, and then back down to the seventh again. Sounds like that's what he's doing. Yeah. More action with the third, fourth, and fifth of the chord there. So that is kind of do sort of a sus thing there. That is the eighth and seventh fret of the B string, down to the seventh fret of the G string, up again on the B string, seventh, eighth, and then bend up to the 10th fret. that is on the 14th, 13th and 15th fret. First on the G string, 14th, then B string, 13th, 15th, and then bend up 3 half steps, or whole and a half step. So a minor third. And then do sort of the same as you did one of those, but on a minor third instead. So quick pre-bend and let down there. Wait, gotta check that out one more time. I think that's what he's playing. So from the 13th to 15th, you move that shape up 2 frets to do a sort of a similar thing. Pretty much the same thing. Then he continues to bend, move up and bend. So he starts on the 17th fret of the B string first, as part of that lick. Then he moves up to the 16th fret. 18th fret. Bends a whole step there as well. And then, yeah, I'm really running out of frets here, but those two I mentioned. Then you can change string. I think he's still on the B string, but I have to move over to the E string here. So that's the 15th fret, whole step bend, and then lastly he ends up on that note, but an octave up. So I have to bend minor third from my last fret here. You could bend from the what is it? The 20th fret, I guess. Yeah, this is the 19th fret here. But you can bend up from the 20th as long as you land on that note, but an octave up. You'll be fine. That was kind of a tempo change there, almost. I think they're going up from being kind of hyped on the chorus to really bring it down for that really heavy riff. Yeah. That's a great way to make it heavier. Let's check out the solo here. Yeah, maybe it does a slide up to the fifth fret of the D string there. 3rd fret G string, 5th fret G string and bend. Not all the way up to that note, but kind of bluesy, half accurate bend there. Yeah. So it's all in the G minor or F minor, down tuned. The F minor pentatonic scale here. So pretty much 3rd fret on the G and B string there as an end of the phrase at least. Yeah, that's cool. So that is on the B string, 6th fret, 5th fret, and then slide up to the 11th. And then I think it does similar thing. Yeah. Although it actually looks like he's on the G string, right? So that would be at first 10th, 9th, slide up to the 15th, and then 10, 9, slide up to the 17th, if you want to play it exactly like him. Or let's see what it plays there. That's what he plays. 15th fret of G string, 17th fret G string, roll over to the 17th fret of the D string, 15th, 17th on the G string, 15th fret of the B string, and then do half bend on the from the 17th fret of the E string, so you land on the 18th fret. That's just real nice bluesy bends there. Like that. I think that is what he's playing. It's hard to tell with that guitar tone, but something like that. So it does sort of a falling lick with a little bend in there, and I think it's somewhere along these lines. The important parts of that lick is at least sort of falling from the high root note, and then bend on the G string, 17th fret, and land on the lower root note there on the 17th fret of the D string. And that's it for that second solo. I think it's time for the third solo of the song. Just gotta check to see if the camera's still rolling here. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, time for the last solo here. Real nice melodic line there. Slide up to the 5th fret of the D string, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret of the G string, and then slide down to the 2nd fret, kind of back and forth. So on the G string, 3rd and 2nd fret, and then 3rd fret of the D string, slide up to the 5th fret. Same thing again, but an extra back and forth. Third, 5th, 3rd, slide up to 7th on the G string. So it slides up to the 12th fret of the D string, goes over to the G string, 10th, slide down to the 9th. bends that ninth a little bit. So that's the 7th, 5th, 3rd on the G string, and then slide back and forth there, 3rd and 5th. That's a really cool lick. So I think maybe he slides up or just plays the 12th fret on the G string, and then fall chromatically down on the B string, 15th, 14th, 13th fret, and then 15th fret of the G string. You do sort of a quick slide up and let go of it, and then 12th fret to the 10th fret of the G string. That's a really cool lick. Sort of a similar thing, or almost the exact same thing again there, but he plays 12th fret G string, 15th fret G string, 13th fret B string, and then pretty much the same thing from there on, but you slide back up to the 12th fret. So it's like that. So, by the way, you notice how much he's repeating himself. He does the same kind of licks a couple of times around to really build the solo up. As he has sort of these little melodic lines that he repeats, and it's really effective, maybe I should say. So it lands on that. That's the same as the 2nd fret of the G string. There we leaned on quite heavily in the beginning. It plays that an octave up on the 10th fret of the B string. So it's that sort of whining, pre-bent, let down bends on the 13th fret of the B string. Something like that. Yeah, and then he moves down the scale, the F Dorian scale. That is like that, pretty much. So that's the 10th and 11th fret of the B string, and then the 12th, 10th, 9th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, and 2nd fret of the G string kind of does that sort of pattern, just moving down the line. It does sort of ends up down here, and he's using a F minor triad, basically. So that is just 5th fret of the D string and 3rd fret of the G and B string. Sort of a hybrid picking thing there. And then he goes to adds the 7th of the chord there, and then moves the 7th down to that major 6th over a minor chord, which we had in that main riff. You see that note? That's the same as that, of course. So that chord is pretty much the same as, or it is the same. So he's reusing that for the same bluesy feel there. in the end part here, he's playing, which is pretty much the same thing actually. This is F minor 7. Sorry about the tone here, you can't really hear it. That's the full chord there, but he's not playing the root there. He's playing just the 3rd fret of the D, G, and B string, and then he moves down the D string to the 2nd fret, plays that shape. And he's using hybrid picking here as well. The pick on the 1st note, and then both the middle and ring finger plucking the G and B string. So he's playing that basically. Oh, and it's really kind of letting up the pressure of the left hander for some shortening of the notes there. Sort of like that. It's kind of something that you have to work on getting the timing right of. You could pretty much fake the same effect as that with heavy palm muting and letting the notes be pushed down on the left hand here for that kind of vibe. Because that's difficult. But yeah, that works pretty much as well. Yeah, just end with a power chord, open strings there. But yeah, what a cool song, right? Such a heavy riff, great guitar sounds, awesome vocals. Yeah, I really dig the extra colors they use in the solos, that they lean on the Dorian scale. That's really cool. That of course includes the notes of that minor chord with a major 6th in it. So that's why they use that scale. You could of course just use the blues scale as well. The blues scale is included, except for that flat 5. All the other notes are in the Dorian scale. So you could do a Dorian scale with an added flat 5. That works great. You can not that you should play those kind of lines over this song, but you could use that pattern, I guess. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I hope you got something out of this video. If you would like to support me, you could of course find my tip jar information in the description box down below. And please share the video if you feel inclined. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.